And look at this. If I combine this one and this one, and these are actually made in the USA as well. They're Iris, and it's a Sterilite made in the USA. So that's even cooler. And this is the boat color. I'm thinking, look at this. I've got an inch on this side. If you look at the original base, and a few inches on this side, that would leave me room to somehow frame it in, keep the original profile, maybe raise this chair a couple inches, and then I'll have shelving. I mean, not shelving, but storage that I think could be more handy and organized than this. Check it out. Let's see what's in here. Got all kinds of cool stuff. I've got an extra load of rope that hasn't been out of here in years. Thankfully, I haven't needed it. Some emergency oatmeal, which this stuff has got to be 10 years old, I swear. We're going to take a sniff of that later. The nose will know. Some cordage. I can only get this up. Gotta be able to boil water. We got back here a bag of bags, all handy stuff if you're in a marina. A cord, a knife sharpener. Ooh, really nice. It's extension cord actually. To be a 50-footer. This is a lot of heavy stuff. Do I really need all this in here? Some more bags. The all-important hydrogen peroxide. And some padding all down the bottom of there, which is pretty nice. Okay, so I think all this stuff would fit in 2 drawers. Think about all this extra storage space I'll have. Okay, not that I need to go packing stuff around, but the boat is absolutely dialed for ocean. I mean, you absolutely may need this rope someday if you get into big trouble. The cord's definitely handy almost anywhere if you've got power, that is. Bag of bags, the teapot goes with the stove, extra fish bat, and a plug strip, and the all-important oatmeal. I'd say I'm probably not going to remove any of these things from the boat except the oatmeal. Maybe the cord. But sometimes, yeah, I don't. That's the cord for if I need shore power, which goes with my adapter. I guess I'll keep the cord in here. So there you go. It's time to just dig through your boat, everybody. Start digging. Just get familiar with it. I know I'm pretty clean. There's nothing below deck, but I'm thinking about integrating this pan below deck. That would be really cool because it would keep stuff out of what bilge water seeps in there. Just for daily carrying usage. So yeah, a lot of work to be done. Such a sweet arrangement. All right, I am going to take the seat right out to the woodworking area and we're going to start cutting. Let's analyze it before we run off too far. Now this thing is 45 years old. Made in probably 1979. It's got like 3/4 inch plywood throughout. And it has floors that aren't worn out yet. I got rubber padding on the bottom, but they are a little bit thin. A little bit of wood rot, but not a whole lot. Solid box. Now, if I go 2 drawers wide with like this, it'll fit in between this center thing And I'll need to raise this a few inches and widen it. So I'm going most benefit, least amount of work, cool factor, everything. I don't want to spend a lot of time. So I think I'm going to strategically cut this lengthways and heightways. Kind of expand it and rebuild it around having drawers. And the footprint will totally lengthen by a few, 4 inches maybe. But I got lots of room to play with. And I'm just going to call this my hybrid couch design because it's just on the fly. So I just got these the other day at the Habitat store. And this thing's on the way out because I'm going to build a couch. But if this thing turns into the base, and I keep this for now, but then it could be the base for the couch in the future, which is going to have like a fold-up lid and a fold away right here with storage in the back, which there's just a big cushion there now. Like just, you know, whatever, life jackets, stuff like that. So everything isn't always in the cuddy. Like if you need to beam somebody in the water with a life jacket, you know what I mean? And the throwable, you know, this is seconds away. Death happens quick. You know, maybe it's rough that day. Anyways, thinking storage closer to where we need it the most. So these drawers could even be life jackets for now. Anyways, I'm having some fun. I've engineered or built every aspect of this boat, and so it's just another reason why this boat's been so hard to replace. I swear I've been shopping and looking at boat pictures for 2-3 years solid. I spend an incredible amount of time looking at boats. So we're going to keep moving forward with this awesome creation, and we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what's going to happen is what I just said. But plans could change. We'll see what happens. Did I just say that? Now the last piece of the puzzle is these things, which are like they come together when the seat gets folded. But they hang down so low. Drawers, these things, not going to get along very good. And it draws at a downward angle as it closes. But you know what? These things are really, I'm going to be able to function and do what I need to do without these huge ears. And so what I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do. Got. I gotta say, the guy who invented these things, these lounge chairs that turn into seats for boats, man, he must have made millions. He was a genius. So I've got it apart, and we're going to figure out how we're going to chop it up. Okay, here I am studying the project. Now, the whole idea is I'm going to fit 2 drawer sets within the original box that holds the chair lounger. Now, if I disassemble, so I'm going to disassemble this rail on both sides, get this piece of wood out of here intact and in one piece. Then I'll cut it in half and cut the front off to facilitate the fitting of the drawers. And then I'll see about where I need to make up the room for the overall height. That way, this is important, the pipe rides under here. And I think that that'll work that way. If it doesn't, then we'll fix it. top rails are out. They were messing around when they built this thing. It's like staples every 1.5 2 inches. Alright, well, I swore I was going to cut this old one here, but it needs to be taller and wider, and so that would facilitate too much cutting in order to just put it back together. So I'll keep this one intact, the old one, and the new one, cut all kinds of scrap wood and everything that's decent. So this is the width it needs to be. I can cut off this little end here. Put a nice like 3/4 inch in the middle, and on the ends try to build it just like this old one, since it's lasted for 45 years. They obviously knew a thing or two. And then it's going to have an open face so the drawers can stick out. So I'm just going to kind of build it step by step and see if my idea is good or if it's just a bunch of rubbish and I'm going nuts. So crazy man wants some drawers and some storage in his boat, so this is what we're going to do. This scrap has the corner missing, but it's 38 1/4, and so I'm hoping that a good height is 19 inches. So that's gives me a little bit of space between the top of where the lounger / seat is supposed to ride. So I'm going to dig into this, see if my measurements are good. I might need to abandon ship and try a different route, so we'll see. Okay, as it turns out, I was able to turn dimensionally to the other portion of the scrap plywood, and I was able to gain 1 more inch of height for an even Steven 20 and 20 instead of splitting it at 39 or whatever. So I'm going to make it 20 inches tall. This one right now is close to that. So I'm going to gain 4 inches plus of height, because this thing, compensating for a 3/4 piece of plywood at the bottom, comes up to about 17. So I'm going to need some air gap for the mechanism on top to slide. So I went ahead and outlined where these things are going to sit, and then I can go ahead and build the back, the sides. The back's already built, but trim the back, build the bottom and the sides, and I have to configure how the top is gonna. Top has to be this dimension here. So that the width. So the width of this needs to be the same, but the height can be different. The length of the box is going to get longer. So that's where we're at. Easy peasy. Plan is continually evolving. Now I seem to be the master of scrappery when it comes to lumber and metal. So I've got lots of good scraps here that I want to use up. That's why I have them. And look at this. I've got this like 1.5 inches. I think this is going to be my center between the drawers. So this is the back that we're looking at. And I'm going to build off with, I'm going to start, I got to start somewhere. So we'll start with the back, build up, and then it has to be this depth. So I think the scraps are going to be perfect for these ends. It's the perfect thickness. And I'm about to get busy with the old table saw. Let's keep all our fingers. It's just a stupid boat drawer project. Not necessary. So fingers are necessary. Let's do it. All right, so the end pieces, no matter what, are 14 and 1/8 wide. They're mounting inside. Let's measure one more time. Yeah, this one's saying 14. There you have it. 2 rough cut 14 by 20s. Close enough. Let's just see what we got here. Now remember, this is sitting on top, so it's not going to look right here. But put these 2 pieces on here. One on each side, but of course it's going to be longer than this, but yeah, they're going to be out here right like that. Bam bam. Start to make the frame. These scraps over here are going to be perfect to mimic this stuff right here. And I'm going to use that big, thick 2-inch plywood, get a nice chunk of that for the very center, because there's not going to be much of a face. It's going to be mostly drawer. So I'm on my way. I'm glad that I didn't try to cut this thing apart. And we'll make one more. This will be cut out for the center. This big, thick stuff. And I might as well make some more 14-inch stuff, because I'm going to need a couple more 14s. So let's just do that. Okay, here goes nothing. Got several 14 by 20s. Got some more 14-inch for the floor part. Got my main backboard. So I'm going to start constructing. And just so you know, I am not a woodworker, so I have to think really hard before I do anything, because I don't want to make any mistakes. I just want to do something cool. I don't want it to be too hard, but I'm just dying to have some more storage, and these drawers are going to be part of my boat. And so I keep dragging this main base piece around, so I can build it exactly like this, and I don't want to muff it up. So I don't like doing things twice. And I want to be able to show my woodworker friends what a great job I did, and I didn't have to call them and ask for their advice. I'm sure they're busy. I don't want to do a phone consult. So I'm gonna get the cheat a little bit. I'm gonna use an air nailer. I wish I had I don't have the brad gun with me, but I'm gonna get one. I'll just mock it up for now. And ooh, what's this? Coffee. All right, I'm gonna have some more of that, and I'm gonna set this up, and you can watch me build. Okay, we're coming along. Got the sides, the back, and the bottom done, and basically a custom fit to these cheap ass drawers that I chose for their lightweight. They're plastic, made in the USA, and you know, inside a wooden frame, they're even better than ever. They are perfect for a wet environment. And when I decide I don't like them anymore, I can ask my buddy James to build me some to fit this frame. He's the man. He can make anything out of wood. Okay, so now I decided, okay, what we need is I need a fascia for this thing, or at least a top. I don't even think I need a fascia. So I need a top to corral in the lounge chair mechanism and to give it some strength. And I think, yeah, I don't think I need a fascia. I was gonna add a plywood fascia and cut it out like just like it is around this. That would be so flimsy. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the top, and then the top and these little pieces in here, and I'll need I need to study this some more and figure out what else I need to make sure I got everything. So the pipe, so you can understand this if you're not already. This pipe is attached to the lounge chair thing, and it allows the chair to be put up in the sitting position or lay down and take a nap, which I think is really important for a cool boat. Must have a nap spot, and plus I have a cuddy, so I have ample napping areas. But when you're fishing with a buddy and he wants a nap, perfect. Okay, so I just need the outer board for the top, and then I need blocks. So I'll need double the amount of these little 2 by 4 3/4 blocks. I decided that was going to be a good spot. And then I'm going to take the original piece of wood and mount it. Or get another one and cut it and fill in this gap. So I should probably I'm going to find all those parts, and it has to be for both sides. So, okay. Top piece. 4 of these. 4 of these. And then I can get back with the air nailer. That thing is so much fun. I love it. Okay, to complete this project, I'm getting excited now. The end is near. I need 4 1 by 1 by well, less than 22 over here. So that, well, that's what's cool about this project, is it's just a boat seat. Okay, so I need 2 21 and well, oh, those aren't going to be structural. They're just going to be to hold down. Okay, 2 21 by 1 by 22s, and then 2 1 by 1 by 21 3/4. And I'm going to need, so if there's 1 by 1 here. I kind of want that to, I could add some pieces. Okay, thinking out loud here. 4 2 by 3 pieces, and 4 2 by 4 3/4. And okay, and then I need this outside fascia piece, which is going to be, pull this in a little, 46 and 1/8. That'll tighten up this front. 1 46 and 1/8 by 3 3 3 3 3's is gonna do it. Okay, by 3. Wow, that is way better. This is so cool, building it as you go along. That way I can get it right, so I haven't made any major mistakes or time wasting mistakes yet. So here we go. I'm gonna go fill this order from my scraps, and I'll be right back. Okay, the order has been filled. My parts are cut. I even custom milled these for 1-bys because the old one, that's about the size that they were. I was gonna use these, but I'm gonna keep them with this old piece because this could receive a new one at any old time. So let's put this together. Well, folks, I can't believe it myself, but here's the old one, as you know, and here's the new one. New and improved. You can see the footprint isn't that much bigger, but it is got a few inches to either side. It's the same width. And this, man, we're almost done. Let's go pop this in the boat and try to install the cushions and see what happens. But wow, I like it. This is gonna be my boat. And I made it myself. And I got these things, Habitat for Humanity, which is nationwide, I guess. I was thinking that we just had it here in the Northwest, but. And you know what's weird? These drawers, I've wiped them down with a nice soft rag, but no soap. They stink. They have a weird odor, like something weird, like a nursing home or something. So let's hope to never have to go there, at least to live, or any other time. Anyways, enough of that. This is it. All scraps. Didn't have to leave the house. I had this cool air nailer and multiple sizes of nails. I was switching nails like a madman to get some deep shots and some shallow shots. I'll just pull this down. I'm saving that for later. You can see the little brad nailer thing made it so much fun. Just made all the cuts. Get my custom milled top pieces. This holds in the aluminum pipes that ride in here like that. So hopefully this is enough travel. If it's not, I'm going to be tearing some of this out. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's go try it. All right, guess we're gonna have to turn down the music. We're doing videos. Makes it hard to do video. Okay, thanks to YouTube. Here's the box. I easily slid my drawers out, and I just grabbed this out of the boat. So let's set it up and put it on. Watch me wrestle with this thing. Let's see how it fits. All right, well, it works. This is just a test fit. We still have to trim these. And I'll find they're in different variations of down when it's up or down. Trim those off, stable the fabric, the vinyl back, and notch right under here just a little bit, like a little inch trough to ride, for this to ride through easier, and then tighten everything up. And I'm gonna see if I can rewrap some of it with some vinyl scraps, make it look, go back to the 70s again. So she's almost done. The drawers slide in and out super easy, but they're snug enough that they're not gonna fall out. I'm gonna use just like a hook and bungee system for easy way to keep the drawers shut, but obvious that the bungee will be in the way of opening the drawer, so anyone who wants to get in the drawers will see that. And I might throw in a couple brackets depending on how my clearance is. Shouldn't have any trouble. It's very stiff, even though it doesn't have much down low. not only will it be sitting on the ground, but so I might run one piece of, I've got some cool aluminum that's like a 1/4 by 1 by 5 feet, something like that. Maybe one strip of aluminum across the bottom, and I'll actually use screws to hold that, and I'll bevel those screws in, and voila, totally redesigned boat. And it took me, I don't know, like a couple days, and I didn't work on it solid, just a few hours here and there, and it's done. It was a pain in the ass, but it was fun. I really enjoyed, like I said, the brad nailer, and it's important to have a chair in the boat and a place to take a nap. So you throw a couple sleeping bags on this thing, it's quite comfy. All right, that's all. Let's call this the end. I'm sick of making this video. It takes me so long. No one's gonna hear the end anyway. Nobody watches to the end. Nobody. If you watch to the end, say something in the comments. I want to know.